Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Amy. Don't forget to subscribe because I do put new cookie tutorials out every week. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you two different techniques that you can use to outline and flood sugar cookies. Both produce different results on the edge of the cookie depending on what you're going for. So I'm going to start out with my personal favorite, which is outlining the cookie in a piping consistency royal icing and then flooding it with a flood consistency. And in the picture you can see that little outline on the edge of the cookie, which I tend to like a lot right now. So let's get started. You will need a piping consistency for the outline and a flood or 15-second consistency outline to flood the cookie. So start out by outlining the edge of the cookie with the piping consistency royal icing. I'm not using a tip to do this, but you can use a tip. It does make it easier if you don't have a lot of experience doing this. I would use a tip number 2 to do the outline if I'm going to use a tip. So as you can see, I got it right out to the edge, and this is going to hold in this flood consistency royal icing and kind of give it this pillowy look. So just fill in with the flood consistency, and you can see that piping consistency edge kind of acts like a dam and it holds it in the cookie. So as you can see, I'm kind of going in circles all the way to the middle. And any places I miss, I like to go back and just kind of put a little bit more icing in. And then once you have it all filled in, you'll take a scribe tool or a toothpick and move the icing around to evenly distribute it across the cookie. Once you do that, you'll want to make sure that you pop any little air bubbles that are in the cookie. And as you can see, I've tried to zoom in on this so you can actually see what the little air bubbles look like, but I just take my scribe tool and just poke them, and once you have gotten rid of all the little bubbles, it'll just create a nice smooth flat surface on the cookie. So the next technique is using the 15-second consistency to outline and flood the cookie. And as you can see by the edge on this cookie, it's a lot smoother edge. Again, you can use a tip number 2 for this if you want to use a tip. But as you can see, I'm just going around the outside of the cookie and outlining it. And with that same 15-second consistency icing, I'm very slowly going around the edge of the cookie and flooding it in. You want to be careful when you're using this technique that you do not make your royal icing too thin, because it will fall off the edge of the cookie. That's one of the reasons why I suggest when you're first starting out, you do use the first technique that I used. It'll help you practice and get used to working with different consistencies of royal icing. So I just do the same thing with this, move that icing around and poke out any little air bubbles that you see. And then you'll want to let these dry completely before handling them so that they don't crack or the surface of them, stay nice and smooth. So anyway, I hope that you liked this video, and if you did, give me a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel because I love making cookie videos and sharing my new ideas with you. So until next time, bye.